Hello. So I'm going to be talking about how dysfunction always seems to get rewarded, you know? And I'm speaking from my childhood experience and my right now. Yeah. And I really want to learn how to move forward and be able to be present in my own life and not seek for toxic people that I seem to be related to biologically to get rewarded or validated from them. There's a lot of times where I would always question myself, like, why am I doing this? Why am I choosing to stay true to who I am if I get overlooked by my so-called loved ones, And I'm not trying to personalize them or I'm not trying to call them my, family or whatever. I'm just saying they're people. So my so-called loved ones, and for a long time I've tried to chase those toxic people's validation of wanting them to understand me and to see me happy, but they never get it, or they assumed I was doing other things, or they assumed I was faking, or I was just trying to be different, and I guess. And I feel like one of the decisions I had to make was if I was willing to lose myself and continue chasing these people that would never understand, and I would continue crying over and over again. Or I could choose myself and be happy, but they just would still never understand. But I really feel like I cannot go through this year any longer, or the more I'm alive, I can't keep continuing to chase people who doesn't care, Yeah, it hurts, but I feel like I have to snap out of it and wake up to know that these toxic people will never understand, and I just have to accept the fact that they will never get it. And I feel like these toxic people only reward the dysfunction. If I were to disrespect them or go against my character or become toxic like them, then they'll give me a seat at their table. Then they will give me the attention or reward me. And that doesn't really sit right with me, because I know that's not who I am, and I wouldn't be operating out of authenticity or my authentic self. So that would be hard. I feel like 2 years ago I've made decisions regarding these people to make them happy, and I regret it. I don't really regret a lot of things, but I ended a lot of relationships in my life that actually made me happy in order to gain the validation from these people, from these toxic people. And I regret it because I self-sabotaged myself, and it's okay. I feel like I'm learning to move forward and to have grace with myself and to forgive myself because I didn't know. So moving forward, now I do know, and anything that does make me happy, I'm learning to cherish it and to protect it from these toxic people because they will never understand. And, it was always very frustrating, even when I was a little girl, how everybody who was a part of the dysfunction or participated in always trying to get their lick back or be manipulative in any type of way, always has some type of tactic that they have going on. People who play mind games all the time. They would get the reward, and I'll just be sitting here left, like, confused and alone. And I'm always alone, with when I'm around these individuals because I choose to be true to myself instead of going against my character to become toxic like them. And it is very hard because, in your mind, in your body, you have the urgency to run away and to get away. But, I'm at a point where I'm just trying to slow down and to try to think logically and not out of emotions, because me running away out of emotions, I'm gonna get myself into a more bigger situation that I didn't intend to be in just because I was trying to run away from these people. So I have to be very vigilant and pay close attention to what I'm doing so I don't affect my future or put more weight in myself. So I'm learning how to be uncomfortable, and I'm learning how to operate with being around toxic people. And I know it's not healthy, but it's not forever. It's not forever. And yeah, I'm just learning how to be with myself. And, at times I do get a little disappointed because I did end those relationships that actually made me happy. And now I have to start over again because I made a mistake, and I can't just go back and be like, I'm sorry, please understand what I did. But, like, those are, healthy people that I actually hurt. So they have principles and self-respect that they will never put against anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, they will never break their self-respect, because the cost of who you are to break it and chase other people, it's not worth it. You can't ever choose to lose yourself based on people and everything, or based on toxic people. So yeah, that was just like my little talk, my little thoughts that I had around me. Dysfunction always, or whatever, growing up, there was always a lot of toxic people that would always seem to get rewarded for their dysfunction. But once I got out the environment, and I seen that dysfunction is not normal for dysfunction to get rewarded at all. And if you do work hard, and if you do stay true to yourself, there are going to be people who appreciate who you are. And justice will be served. So, yeah, keep staying true to yourself, even if it might not seem that the world is fair in any way. But, if you are going to be true to yourself, do it for you. Because, don't have any expectations, because authenticity is like one of the highest forms of like vibrations and all the things, and nobody wants to be fake. Like, who wants to be fake, So always stay true to yourself. If it means I have to be alone for a little while, then I will, be it. I'll cry, whatever. But I just know this is the cost I have to pay for being authentic and choosing to be healthy and not to become dysfunctional or toxic like the people, just to get a little instant gratification. I'll be fine. I'll trust the process and wait my turn. Thank you for listening.